Hey everybody, how's it going today? I want to share something really interesting with you. Right now, it's my project. I'm reading the works of Bonaventure, specifically Journey of the Mind to God. Bonaventure was an individual that lived during the 1200s, and something very interesting in the beginning of this book. This book is not about Francis of Assisi, but this guy happened to be like 6th or 7th in line of the leadership that Francis of Assisi started. And over hundreds of years, people get wrapped up in legend and myth, and it's hard to separate what they really were from what history paints them. But Bonaventure talks about Francis in this book that is not about Francis. And we learn some interesting things about him that make it worthwhile then to study Francis and see what else the guy has. In the prologue of The Journey of the Mind to God, Bonaventure says this. He's calling on the blessing of God, the Father. He says, the peace announced and given to us by the Lord Jesus Christ and preached again by our Father Francis, for he proclaimed peace at the beginning and end of every sermon. Francis of Assisi, alive in the early 1200s, late 1100s, used to preach peace at the beginning and end of each sermon. He offered his wish of peace in every greeting. He longed for ecstatic peace in every contemplation. This is a man who longed for peace in every interaction. As a dweller of that Jerusalem in which the man of peace says, he who was peaceable with them that hated peace. Pray for the peace of Jerusalem. Obviously, Jerusalem's a major topic in the early 1200s because it's well into the Crusades era. The Crusades have happened for over a century at this point. And it's the interactions that this guy Francis has with Pope Innocent III, Pope Honorius, that establishes a religious order in the lifestyle that Francis had created. So this individual creates a relationship with God, or God calls upon him, however you want to say it, and he establishes it so well, and his prayer life is so profound that he's invited to begin a monastery in the church. And here we have some evidence of Francis away from Francis. We can't call him a disinterested party because he's in Francis's lineage, but we can say that this is probably accurate. The book isn't even about Francis, right? And he's just making a point in the prologue of his book, and it's kind of like saying, hey, remember our leader Francis? Didn't he even say this, that, and the other? So we're going to call upon that same type of spirit in the work we're doing now. Very interesting stuff.